Trump administration proposes $15,000 bond requirement for some U.S. tourist and business visas. The Trump administration is moving forward with a controversial new visa policy that could require certain foreign visitors to the United States to post a substantial cash bond before being granted entry. Under a year-long pilot program set to begin on August 20th, 2025, travelers from select countries applying for B1, business, or B2, tourist visas may be asked to provide a refundable bond ranging from $5,000 to $15,000. The program's stated goal is to discourage visa overstays, cases where foreign nationals remain in the country beyond the period allowed on their visa. According to the U.S. Department of State, the targeted countries have both a high rate of overstays and deficiencies in their ability to adequately track or verify travelers' departures. While the full list of affected nations has not been officially disclosed, the program will initially focus on countries such as Malawi and Zambia. Travelers subject to the policy will be required to pay the bond in full before departure for the United States. The money will be held by the U.S. government and refunded in its entirety if the visitor leaves the country before their authorized stay expires. However, if the visitor overstays, the bond will be forfeited. Entry for affected travelers will also be restricted to a limited number of U.S. airports, including Boston Logan International Airport, John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York, and Washington Dulles International Airport. Those entering under the Visa Waiver Program, which allows citizens of certain countries to travel to the United States without a visa for short stays, will not be impacted. Critics argue that the bond requirement could deter legitimate tourists and business travelers, effectively pricing out visitors from developing nations and damaging the U.S. tourism industry. One traveler interviewed in response to the announcement called the proposal terrible, saying it creates unnecessary financial barriers for people who have no intention of breaking visa rules. Supporters of the initiative contend that the policy could be an effective tool in addressing what they describe as a long-standing problem of visitors who overstay their visas, creating strain on immigration enforcement and public resources. They argue that the refundable nature of the bond ensures fairness while still serving as a strong incentive for compliance. The pilot program will be closely monitored over the coming year to determine its effectiveness. Depending on the results, it could be expanded to include more countries or scrapped entirely if deemed ineffective or overly burdensome.